All right. This is actually going to be a thank you video with this update involving Vinny, because this is Vinny's fault. This is Vinny's fault. This here, all this is Vinny's fault. See, years ago, Vinny said, all you have to do is just take the time and practice. Practice, 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 practice. So I did. I practiced. And I practice, and I practice, and I practice, and I practice. And this is what I come with. One hell of a backdrop building in the corner. Now the other building is over there. But this, all of this in here, has Vinny written all over it. This is Vinny's fault. He has created a damn monster. Building buildings out of styrene. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Styrene compared to this pipe stuff, that's what, $11, $15? When you can go get a sheet of styrene, a handicap sign or a standard. I use the handicap sign instead of the for sale sign because it's a little bit more sturdier and it's not as flexible as the for sale sign. So I bought nearly $30 worth of styrene. Okay, and let me grab it real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, this is what I bought. You can get this at Home Depot for like $6 a piece. $6 compared to $15 for a kit or anything. This stuff here, the for sale signs are these, it's pretty sturdy. I don't use this side, I use the other side. And the reason why, it's like Vinny said, the acrylic, the paint and everything, but with this side, all I have to do is just take some very fine or rough sandpaper and sand it down real good to get the whatever that layer of acrylic off, and then get to work. And so after practice and practice and practice and practice, this is what you come up with, thanks to Vinny. See, if you go along with him in his videos and in his live feeds, he's not telling you anything that you can't do. It's pretty simple. As long as you square it up 90 degrees or however you want to do it, and just take your time with it, and you know, this will happen. A backdrop building that's completely 100% all handmade out of styrene. Hold on, let me get my holder if I can find it. Yeah, the fence is also handmade. I went and bought some tulle from Walmart and some tubing styrene, and I made my fence. It's not the most prettiest fence, but it'll do. Everything on here is, and then I went and bought some Walters conduit boxes and put in there, and that light actually works. That light lights up. I just have to wire it in, and I'm going to do something different on the wiring. So yeah, so I wish that this Friday, if Vinny can, do a video on backdrop designing a backdrop building, and do a how-to on the backdrop building on this next live feed, because of the simple fact I did have some issues with this, because I wanted to make this a L-shaped backdrop, And so what I did is I just put two backdrops together and just slid them, but I want them to be a L-shaped backdrop. So if Vinny is watching this, I need him to do a how-to for a L-shaped backdrop. And hopefully he can do it in N scale, because I can follow him in N scale too. Because this, I like it, but I wanted it to be a little bit better. I still have to do a lot of roofing detailing, uh, but I might not do any roofing detailing. I might just leave it like that and just add more conduit lines on there for the lights, because there will be a light over this port door, and then I might put a light down here on this flat piece. But this is Vinny's fault. This is all Vinny's fault. Now, what I might do is the same thing I did here. I might do over here. I might take that kit out and go with the styrene. And this time, if Vinny does do a how-to L-shape this Friday for his live session, then I can watch him build that, and I can follow along with him as he does that. Because I'd rather have an L shape here, and I'd rather have an L shape here. Only problem is trying to design an L shape for me was kind of difficult. That's the reason why I put two and one together. So, Vinny, if you're watching this, I hope you like what you have created, a styrene monster fanatic. So, thank you, Vinny, for creating this monster. This is a spot and drop for unloading. You see that guy sitting down there where you can see that there's a pipe coming out of the ground with black holes on it for him to unload that tank car. That car is holding him up because he's being glued down. So I'm waiting for the glue to dry. And that track over there close to the building is the staging track. So this is by far one of the best things I've ever done. So this is all Vinny's fault. It is totally Vinny's fault. And like I say, y'all, all you have to do is just practice. It takes a lot of practice when you're dealing with styrene. So what's going to happen over here? I know that's going to be the same as that in the corner down there. Over here, I don't know. If anything, if I can get that to get this to look like that down there, then I'm going to take all that out, and we'll put a company there. And then up there in that corner, I want that to look like that in the future and look like that up there, because I want all L-shape border, L-shape backgrounds for the buildings. So this is the plan. Okay. So in a few, I will make a switching video for that down there so y'all can see it in action. Like what I've been doing for the past 2 updates. Every time I do an update, I do a switching video right behind it so y'all can see it in action. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thanks again, Vinny, for your guidance and your knowledge of how to build out of styrene. Costs $30 of these things. You get a bunch for $30, and they're like $6 a piece. So I got like 5 of these. So they come in handy when you want to build. You can build any and everything out of them, and they're a little bit more sturdier than the for sale signs. So One more time, this is your fault, Vinny. This is all your damn fault. Thank you, and bye, guys.